Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I came home to this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ordered a bunch of craft stuff. Don't remember what that is. Open that later. Okay, so bad news. My beautiful gift of those knitting needles. I started using them on a couple different projects. And I just spent hours. I get off at 2:30 and I would think I was done at like almost 6. What time is it now? No, I was done at like 5:30. Went through my storage unit top to bottom. And I made sure when soaking wet, super rain today. I made sure when fuck my life. What am I trying to say? I made sure when I put the stuff in the storage unit, because I've had 2 other storage units before, and each time I just am so anxious with as much stuff as I have to put in them, which they're always like closet size. This is my first big one. I always just kind of put everything in there. And then when I need something, I got to go like crazy and find it. So I made sure this time when I walked in, all of my craft stuff goes on the right, all of my clothing in the right in the back, and on the right or the left in the back is my clothes and my blankets. And I just went through all of my yarn and my projects and my craft materials and my quilting materials and stuff like that, and in search of my beautiful interchangeable needle set, because I had taken the 2 sizes out to make that blanket, the blossom blanket or bloom blanket that I haven't finished yet. And I used 2 of the sizes, and now I can't find the set. And I remember when he was throwing all my stuff into my van, he was just grabbing handfuls of things, and I remember them being in the closet. And then later on, when I went back to get more of my stuff, like months and months later, he hadn't taken everything out of the closet. He had taken only part of it out. So I am wondering if one of the things that he just flung in there was my, oh my God, you gotta see her. There's a kitty in there. She just, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hi, baby. You don't have to get out. Holy crap, that's hilarious. Anyway, come on, flip back around, please. Okay, so I don't know where they are. Now, I have craft stuff in my car, and I have craft stuff in the closet in here, but I've been through all of that stuff, so I really don't know where they are. Now, I have multiple sets of circular knitting needles. I keep buying those cheap ones with the plastic cord, but I only buy the hat ones. I don't buy, hi, Poopy. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Mama's Lita. Yes, Mama's Lita. Hi, Pumpkin. Hi, Mama's baby. She's very needy when I get home from work. Ow. Yeah, those are Mommy's boobs. Not happy. Not happy about that. Not happy about that because people keep suggesting that somebody may have done something with them knowing that they were important, but I don't think so, because he didn't throw any of my stuff in the garbage. He just tossed it all in the van. I mean, granted, all the stuff that he threw in there, you should have packed in a nice way so it doesn't get destroyed. Like, so, whatever. But hopefully I will find them soon, because guess what? My friend at work, Leo, they, them, makes jewelry and does vending stuff. And today was like, hey, in November 18th, I am getting a table at the Beaverton Craft Fair, or I don't know if it's a flea market or a craft fair. I'm not sure. I forgot already. And was like, well, I got a 10 by 10 space and I only make jewelry. So I was thinking you could bring some of your stuff and put it in there. And so I dedicated, when I got off work today, this is so hard holding this up here, to going through all of the bags in my storage space and all of the bags of my craft stuff in the corner to inventory. I seriously took a picture of every skein of yarn, every half finished project, every finished project. And so, because I have 2 apps on my phone. One is a knitting journal app and one is a crochet one. And so I'm going to inventory all my yarn in photo form too, and the projects and the finished ones. And so I'm going to be selling stuff at the fair. Oh my God, that's a lot of packages. I really hope that they canceled the order of the thing I canceled. Shit on a stick. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I get to do my first space to sell stuff at, which now I have to price things. And of course, I'm going to be lame like my aunt and price everything too low so that people buy it, so I don't have to bring stuff back with me. And I know that you're supposed to do like 3 times the material and then time for your effort. So, or money for your effort. But I want people to buy it so that I have more money for yarn, stuff like that. So I don't know what I'll do, but I have to order tags on Amazon to label all of my stuff. I have tons. I have a whole reusable craft shopping bag of hats, just hats. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Afghans that I've finished, and I don't make small shit. Oh, 7, 8. 8. I'm thinking that there's definitely 9. Yes, there is 1 baby one. And I have a few scarves. I have tons of hats. And I documented in photo form all of my middle of the projects. I can't believe I forgot about one of these projects that I did. And it's like a good size. There's like 3 of these things that are a good size that, like, if I get like, the get up and go to get up and get the fuck on with it. There's one thing that if I just stopped now and just saved the rest of the yarn for later, it would make a really dope, like, thick scarf shawl kind of. Well, I'm gonna make it a thick scarf. I mean, it's thick, it's wide, but it's like that Lenny Kravitz one almost. But so and then there's a blanket that I was making for somebody who doesn't like the color I was using, so I stopped. And what's the other one? The other one, the store ran out of the color I needed. And I used that Premier Puzzle yarn, which is like one of my favorite yarns. And I saw some at 2 Walmarts I've been to recently. So I'm like, it's the blues that is kind of like jeans material, but it's a bunch of different blues and like gray. And then there's 10 blankets there because I forgot about the spiral one that I thought wasn't finished, but it was finished. And I have a fleece project that I was doing. I was trying to make this for somebody who liked elephants, and it's a piece of that fleece that you can buy in the rolls at Walmart, and it is gray with elephants on it, and the ears are yellow. The ear shades are yellow. So I used my rotary color with the little dots in it, and when you cut it, it puts holes in it, so you don't have to cut a hole to crochet through. And so I've been crocheting a yellow border all the way around this blanket, which wouldn't take me long to finish at all. It's just, I have millions of other things going on. Oh, I really wish I could put this on something so that I don't have to hold it because it's freaking not the most comfortable. Give me a second. Okay, here we go again. This works perfectly because now I don't have to hold you. Oh my God, everything's everywhere. But I know how much I miss you guys talking. Lita, will you get your butt out of the way? Take off my headphone. Okay, back to the real world. Okay, so I got this for Lita today. I'm adding a storage unit. I already had it, and it has absorbed some water. But it's one of those little Dollar Tree things from last year that I forgot to put on her. So I'm gonna put this on her and take silly pictures of her. So I searched through this. This is my catch-all skeins of yarn go in these, and then there's pouches on either end. I got this on Amazon for like nothing. And there's places to put your yarn out, but I don't do this because I discontinue projects and I don't want to cut my projects. So, and then there's a pouch at the top and a big one in the bottom, that back, that's where she was sitting a second ago. Okay, let's see what else. Well, I didn't take one thing out of the bag in there. I saw it at the bottom of the bag where I was crocheting a project and I didn't take it out, but it's my light up crochet hook thing for when I want to crochet and when he was sleeping, when I was with him. And I didn't take the crochet hook out because I didn't want to forget what size I was using. But then I find the thing it goes in. Let's see, that's for later. Let's see what's in here. Ooh. I have so many crochet hooks. And there's another light up one. I wonder if it works still. Nope. It's been a few since I used it, but my pencil pouch, freaking crochet hook holder. And I have to inventory all my hooks too. So I have this, I have all of this. Do you remember these ergonomic crochet hook holders? I even have one that's not even opened yet. And they actually do work pretty well. I think I got it on Amazon, but you unscrew this and you put your crochet hook down there, and then that's in there. You put this through the crochet hook so you can mount it and it stays inside the tip, and then screw it back on and you just go to town. This part is rubbery and this part is rubbery, so you can fist it or do whatever. But it comes with all these different heads for the different size hooks. Gosh, what do I got? I don't know what this is for. I got this in one of those knit crate bags or whatever, or crochet bags. It's got a crochet hook tip on it, but then it has like a stopper and this really long cord. And I don't know what this is for. Somebody in the comments tell me what this is for. It had a weird project with it. Or no, this was like a freebie or something like that. I didn't actually do anything that I remember. But you don't need this when you're Tunisian crocheting, unless you're making a Tunisian crocheted blanket. Maybe that's what this is for. I don't have any idea. I just keep all the supplies because I meet so many people. I probably have this bag's full of these row counters, and I have never used them. I never count my rows with anything other than those little hook ones. Gee whiz, there's a lot of shit in here. A rug hook puller, a couple measuring tapes. Yeah. I used to take these Dollar Tree sewing kits, and in theory it's a good idea. It's but getting them back open. Oh, I was pulling the wrong end, trying to see if there's any of the ones I made. Oh no, but there's all those little tips for that ergonomic crochet hook thing in here. And some more row counters. And I have endless supplies of cable needles or cabling. Oh my gosh, look at the little stitch marker I made. Oh my gosh. It's an apple. But then I put it on this thing to keep it from getting away. But tiny little stitch. I need to use this when I make my hats. I need to keep this out. See, when you go through your storage units, And I was trying to tell everybody, I didn't take a picture of it because it's all in bags and it's all like messed up and everything in there. But I have more yarn between the two of my storage units than Walmart does. And my yarn has not always been the posh kind of yarn, obviously. It's the, you know, stuff you can just buy in the store, which still is good yarn. But I still have more than Walmart does. And I worked there, so I know how much Walmart has in the big store. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, I brought more wax home from my wax warmer. Oh, look, one of the bags I made last year. I'm going to use this for a project because of the season. And it's just dope in general. What was the inside lining? Oh, this one was the plain black one. But yeah, I'm going to use this for a project for when I'm knitting my hats. Snacks I found in my storage unit. You're not supposed to keep food in there. But I have like so many things that he just threw in my van of boxes of my stuff. So I just had to throw them in there. Let's see, more wax. Yeah, $1 for this giant thing. Yeah. Super good. But I would mix that with something else. I don't want to just snorkel it. Let's see, what's this? More of my Tribute yarn. So it's more of this thin yarn that I was making those shawls with. And apparently I started a shawl. What size of needles are these? Because I'm looking for all the 4s and the 4.5, and this is a 4.5. See, the stitch size in this is so small and together. But when I use 4.5 with this freaking yarn, I didn't think that I had to like snug it every time I was done with a stitch. And there's this video online that I watched where this woman, she breaks down what it means when you make a hat. And I've just been winging it, you know, and following the pattern. There's 2 cast-ons that I do for hats, and I didn't know that I was doing it wrong. I just was like, well, it fits me, but I'm starting to notice that I suck. And I didn't know you had to snug your yarn up. I should be snugging my yarn up because my stitches were loose. Not super loose, but I mean, this is the same needle size that I was using on the hat for that big yarn, and it was enormous stitches. And I made the hat, finished it, and it slouches off your head, like it's not tight. And the lady was telling you that you're actually not supposed to make the hat your size. You're supposed to make it 5 to 15% smaller than your head so it holds on. And I never thought of it that way. Every time you do put on a ski cap, it does snug onto you. And so, I mean, I've made hats multiple times. Like, I have a bag of hats. And oh, damn it. Okay, the roommate had to go to a concert. Man, I'm getting fat again. Man. Anyway, I don't remember what I was talking about at all. Oh, the hat. Okay, so I was making a hat that would fit like this. I wasn't making it snugger than my head. And I have somehow made it through this whole time. And the 2 hat, did I bring it? Did I bring it? I didn't bring it in. Did I not bring it in? I didn't bring it in. So, there I have yarn that's like this thick. It's a little thicker than this. And then I have regular worsted yarn. And so for all the patterns that I've been seeing online to make the hat a hat with the thicker yarn, the patterns that I found say 42 stitches cast on. And so I did that. And then the regular beanies that I make with worsted, the couple people that I watched their videos of that weren't confusing, that had patterns I could follow, said 72. So I just keep doing that. And it's wrong for me to have done that because the different patterns take different sizes because the patterns snug differently. And I didn't know that. I just thought, well, this is what fits around my head and it fit tight enough, you know, whatever. But it is not all created equal. And I really, I feel so strange because I've knit so many hats that work perfectly fine. And then I get yarn like this where I could crochet this in 2 seconds and make something. I suck at crocheted hats, but this is easy to work with. It's not like difficult yarn, but when you knit with this specifically, I don't know why, but my stitches are big. So, but this is Ice Cream Roving Divagation. It seriously says divagation. Whatever. And this is in the color Capri, and this was the only one. I was gonna get two. This is the only one. And so I bought my first pom-poms, which everybody has seen already. And that went on the hat. But before you laugh that the hat is super big, I don't wear hats. So it's fine, but somebody else will love this hat. But I use the bubble stitch pattern. Let's make sure the back is the back. I guess it really doesn't matter. But yeah. And to me, it's like super loose. And if I would have done less stitches, see with the bubble stitch pattern though, if you do it too tight, you can't tell that it's that. And I look bad in hats, I know. I have to have my hair down to do a hat. Like, watch how much I change. Well, the other day it looked drastically cute, but now that I'm being shot from such a level. Anyway, so I can only wear hats when my hair is down. But, yesterday my hair was kind of curly-ish on the ends, so it wasn't so dead looking. But yeah, my first pom-pom. I'm a little confused as to how to get the pom-pom to stay, because at the end of this pom-pom was a semi-long loop of elastic. So I just kind of like wove my yarn in and out of it and kind of tacked it down. It was a strange thing to do, I tell you right now. But you can still see the stitch. You can still see it. It looks cute, but probably should have cast on less stitches and snugged my yarn after every stitch, because there's different people that make hats that I swear they just fling and go. And then there's other people that I can watch them do their stitches, and now that I'm paying attention to the actual, like, what the hat's supposed to look like, they snug up their stitch after every stitch. Like the Very Pink Knits, I think, she snugs her stitches up nicely. Like all her stitches are perfect looking. So, oh yeah, you want to see what my hair looks like? Normal. My brother saw me the other day with my hair down. And yes, my hair is wet, so I don't have much hair. But damn it. My hair's it's used to being stuck up, so it doesn't want to do it. But yeah. I look stupid with normal hair. But he came in the other day, back when my hair was still green instead of light lime color. And he thought I was wearing a wig because my hair was freshly clean and really had a lot of volume to it. And I'm like, no, this is my hair, because everybody thinks my mohawk is short, but it's actually quite long. But yeah, I don't wear it that way because I think it looks awful. And everybody's always like, well, when are you gonna do your hair normal now? And I'm like, you don't realize this is not something I've been doing for a long time, and now it's time to grow up. I finally got to do my hair the way that I want for the job that I have and the color that I want and stuff like that. So this is me all the time. Still nice, still kind, just have a mohawk. But yeah, so the hat turned out cute. It just should have been like that much smaller. But it's so cute looking. Somebody with a big head would be like, this is the best thing ever, and nobody ever makes hats big enough for my head. But, I mean, you could literally put this on a jack-o'-lantern, because I don't have a very big head. I just have a fat neck. But, yeah, that's that. Okay, what else? Oh, I want to really make... when I went through my stuff, I found my Expression Fiber Arts. God, this is like treasure. How do you use treasure, people? Because, like, Expression Fiber Arts is, like... freaking this woman is just so cute and funny, and like she's like what you expect yourself to be when you're having like crafty moments. You're just, you know, and her yarn is gorgeous, and the yarn base is gorgeous, and this was one of my gifts. And there was 4 skeins, and there was like a orange one and a gray one, and then these two go together, and I was thinking, stop it. I really want to make hats out of these, because if I can figure out how to do hats well, then I really want to like belt them out for this craft fair. I really want to do it. I'm like so excited. Damn it, there's no knitting needles in there either. This is my other circular knitting needle stupid set. I have like tons of them. The stupid cheap ones. Damn it. I don't know where those stupid freaking... super not happy about this, because I don't want to think negatively, like maybe he knew that they were important and did something to them. But I swear I've looked everywhere now. I can't think of anything I haven't looked at. I looked through all the things in my storage unit. I didn't just look through the corner with the craft stuff, because I know myself. And there's times where I'll be crafting something and I will have chosen a random cool bag to use as my bag, as I have done with my Halloween Lush reusable bag that I bought. And Lord of Misrule is my favorite Lush smell. This, if I was knitting something, I would put it in like a container like this. So all these aren't accounted for when I was in there. And I know that there's like a couple in this thing in here, but it's not easy to get to right now. But usually I'll knit a hat in something like this, or a shawl in something like this, and then I'll carry it around in here. But when I change purses and I'm not knitting that item freshly anymore, I'll take the stuff out of my purse that I need to put in another bag that I choose to use that week or month. And if I'm not knitting the project will go with the bag in wherever I set it to store at. Most of the time I will take the bag out and put it in other craft stuff. But I know that I just found a purse like 3 weeks ago, and there was a craft project at the bottom with knitting needles in it and everything, but it was just the needles for the project. But I feel like I took the needles and did something with them. Like, what's this one? This is another one of my crochet hook sets. I have tons. In one of these things is another circular knitting needle set, because I want to experiment with knitting hats in the 4 millimeter instead of 4.5, because this yarn that is completely marked wrong. It says that this is supposed to be, no, it wasn't that one, it was this one. Fuck my life, why the hell do I keep messing everything up? Okay. This yarn that I'm currently knitting a hat on, it says that this is bulky 5. That is not. It is not. It is really thin. Really thin. There's no bulk about this freaking yarn at all. It's thinner than worsted at points. There are points in this yarn where it slims down a little bit, and it's not supposed to slim down. It's supposed to all be the same thing. And this is not pink. This is red. Not as red as my dress, but it fades to a red It fades from a kind of blush pink to kind of like a light burgundy color. And so I bought these knitting needles on Amazon, and they are 4.5, and I am following a pattern, and she says to cast on 80 stitches, and I of course cast on 81 to do the little hidden stitch that joins them together perfectly. This hat looks like it would be fitting my cat. I don't know about this, people. Like, yeah, it's got stretch, but when you put it on your head, it's like it's gonna be like that. I really don't know what the fuck's going on. But isn't it beautiful? My stitches are all pretty. I've been snugging them so that they like look beautiful. And see, my join is all beautiful too. But this is the yarn I'm using. Caron Colorama Halo. And this is the color Rose Frost. Rose Frost. It's so funny when people think of pastels, they go frost. I think of blue is frost and white is frost. Not pink, but cool. So yeah, Caron Colorama Halo. And this is 481 yards. And it is thin. It is not no bulky yarn. And so if I was to follow what this thing says, the knitting needles it says to use are 6mm, like a 10. No. And the project that's on the front of here is crocheted. And oh, that's hilarious. The pattern, see the little scarf? This yarn says the recommended hook size for a crochet hook is a J at 6mm, but the pattern calls for a 6.5mm. I mean, I would use a J. I don't know. I would use a J on it, but that's pushing it. It's probably an I hook sized yarn for real skis. But it says to use a J, and the pattern says to use a K. And the pattern is not loose. It's not loose stitches. When you crochet with this stuff, you're going to have to use a small hook to get, like... Because I've made things like this pattern before. I made a lot of blankets with that virus growth. And yeah, no, that's not the right. But definitely want to make hats out of this because it's just gorgeous. Still smells good. Okay, so yeah. But the hat that I'm making is by Marley, or it's a video that I was watching, a Marley Bird tutorial. I don't remember what the freaking pattern is. But the pattern that she teaches is very cool. Like, it's not intimidating that you wouldn't remember it. And it's like purl, knit back 3 down, purl, knit 3, and then you repeat that like all the way around. And then once you've done that enough times, then you like go, and then you go underneath and pull up a strand and like make these long little butterfly wings. It's like a butterfly. They look like butterflies. The little pattern looks like butterflies all the way to the top. And the top of the hat, I don't do recommended reductions because I lose track too easy. So I just kind of like 1, 2, join 2, 1, 2, join 2, and then break it up, and you know, whatever. Like, the top of my hat looks fine the way that I do it. You can't tell that it's fine. It reduces enough to turn it into the top of a hat. But I'm going to try to follow her pattern 100%. I'm not going to deviate whatsoever. And usually, like I said, I don't do the tops of hats the way they recommend them. And I never do the length of a hat that they recommend because I don't like hats that droop off the back of your head. My face is super itchy because this stuff tickles, like it's in the air, but it's worth it because I saw a lady make an Afghan out of this. She made 2. She used 2 skeins of this, and it made a baby blanket size, a really nice baby blanket size, and then she used 4, and it made pretty much almost a twin size blanket. Like, it was really cool. It went really far, and she crocheted that thing. But yeah, this is my little pink halo hat. And you're supposed to do like, I don't know, 1.5 or 2 inches of brim. I think that's enough. I think I can, once I get around to the edge here, I'm going to start doing the pattern. And I'm excited about it. I'm skeptical because, like, look how small the little hole is. And in one of the tutorials, because I've been devouring hat pattern tutorials, but they don't make sense to me, because when one person takes this thickness of yarn and uses a certain knitting needle on it, they don't knit the way that I do. They might knit looser or tighter. And so when I follow their stuff, it's like this one lady took yarn, like regular worsted yarn, not this stuff that's a squishy bit thinner than that. She took this yarn and she cast on 118 stitches. And that doesn't make sense to me, because if 72 stitches is too big sometimes, how can 118 not be too big? And her brim looked like a regular 2x2 rib. And the hook and the needle size that she was using was bigger than this. And I get super, like, I feel like I seriously need a hand holding knitting teacher, because yeah, I've muddled my way through. Like, I have a bag like this of hats that I've made that fit, and they're all different kinds of yarn. So it's just when I try to make a pattern like someone's specifically, like I said, I've just been casting on 72 for worsted, 42 for thicker, and I will just wing whatever pattern I think looks neat. Like, I'll just add like maybe 3 rows of knit 1, purl 1, and then alter that, or I'll do the bubbles and then I'll do the regular top instead of the top that goes with it, you know, or I'll do like 1x1 ribbing and that's just the whole hat, or 2x2 ribbing and that's the whole hat, you know. And for some reason it's always worked until I try to follow somebody's pattern, and then all of a sudden the hat is too big. And like, sometimes when I do it, it's too big, and it's just like, so this time I'm trying my damnedest to like, it just doesn't, it doesn't look like it's going to be normal looking when you put it on. Because it's so tiny. Like, it's so tiny. It just feels like when you put it on, it's going to stretch the stitches to the max, and it's not going to look like cute. And because I assume that it's supposed to look like this, not, you know, crumped together like that. I'm assuming when you put it on, it's supposed to kind of be like this. But I feel like it's going to be like that once you get it on your head. So hopefully it will be fine. And I know that, like, the longest part of the hat is down and up and around your forehead. And I don't wear my hats back on my head like this. Like, my brother, when he puts his hats on, he wears his hats like this, and I can't do it. It just looks like the hat is like pooping out the back of your head. It just drives me crazy. But when I wear a hat, if I'm like freezing cold and outside and like wearing a hat for camping, the hat is like on. And he likes hats that are warm. I mean, not warm, that are long enough that he can double brim it, but I just think that looks not so good on me. But yeah, and this pom-pom has made it droop just a tiny bit in the back, but not like a big deal. But if I fling it, I can definitely get it off my head. It's that wide. So here's hoping. And this is taking a long time because of how, when I do the stitches, it is having to, like, let's see what's next. A purl. So instead of just going like this and then going into the other stitch, I am going in, or I mean, I'm going, shit on a stick, going like this afterwards, and then doing my thing. Because usually I'll just do them and make sure that they're loose, so that when I go back through the second time, I'm not trying to get up exactly like parallel with the stitch to try to figure out a way into the hole. Because there, you know, have been a few times where I was knitting and see, now I'll pull it here. That's where I pull it. That's right. I pull it once I've gone into the other stitch so that it snugs it for real ski. But I mean, I know how to knit. I freaking found a knit blanket that is enormous, and it's made from that Bernat blanket yarn, and I knit it corner to corner, and it's bigger than a twin size blanket. It's a full size blanket. Yeah, it's a full size blanket. And so, like, I can do it. It's just when it comes to like garment stuff, it's intimidating to think of ever making a cardigan. So that's why I knit hats and scarf maybe, and then I crochet blankets only. No amigurumi, which all my friends send me every link to anything amigurumi, and I don't knit hats or don't crochet hats, because when I crochet hats, it just looks like a big bowl on your head. There's not a lot, I don't know, because you have to like gauge it by your head size. How do people make hats that fit universally? Because my ex-husband had a head like a pumpkin. Like, he was a really, really skinny guy, but his head, he had to have, when he wanted a cowboy hat, he couldn't just go in and get the hat. And then my brother has a long head, and I have kind of like, contrary to all of this, I have a very pointy chin and a long head, and the dome of my head is very tiny. It's only from here to here. I have very little, and then there's my forehead. So it's like, but my sister has a lot of head hair and then a small face. So this hat would probably fit her. That one would probably be like over her entire face. So it's just funny to me that people can make universal hats. And I know I'm rambling. I'm sorry. So sorry. I've been sick for so long, and I'm like trying to be normal, but it's hard. Oh yeah, okay, so next on the list, I have a bunch of jewelry that I have been buying that I want to turn into, with little jump rings and stuff on it, so that I can attach it to my alligator clamps to put on my gauges. So I had to grab my jewelry making stuff. Okay, what else is in here? Yeah, see, this is the hat that I made that looks like a pumpkin. I haven't wove the ends in because this is when I bought stuff at the store and I forgot to get a needle for the thing, waving in the ends. But it's supposed to look like a pumpkin, and you can see how skinny it looks. Like, this thing is like super skinny hat, no big deal. And then when you put it on, you know. And what I want to do is crochet 2 little black eyes and a crazy mouth and turn it into like a jack-o'-lantern hat. Gotta finish that. And then I was just dorking around the other day, and I was making these stripes, and I was either going to turn it into this kind of hat where you join it and then seam it up, but I didn't do enough rows. I was distracted by this dog that kept licking me. But yeah, I want to do a vertical, mind all of the freaking things. I want to do a hat that's striped this way, so I just have to do a few more lengths of that. And another freaking knitting needle. This is what I keep all of my real stuff in. I have to go through this and I have to slim down, because the sets that you see in here that have those colorful cords, these, they're like $6 on Amazon for an entire set of knitting needles. And the first set I ever got is in here, and the wood doesn't join good enough to the plastic. And so when you're trying to snug your yarn up to keep your stitches with you, your yarn doesn't go. It just gets caught on the little like edge of that. And then there's a couple I think that might have burrs in them that already had that. Like, the wood is split at the tip and it kind of goes like this. And so when you're trying to go, you either cut your finger or you cut your yarn. And my favorite needle set is the marbles, and I don't knit anything with them. I knit mostly hats, and that has to be 16-inch, and these are all long, so when you put a cord on them, it doesn't make them long enough. But this is what I usually keep my knitting needle stuff in. It's a makeup thing, I think. But I think it said it was for everything, like crafts or makeup or whatever, but I keep my sets in here. And the bottoms, the width of each of the pouches at the bottom is so wide. These things are like super huge. They're super big. So you can fit like all your circular knitting needles in because the cords rest at the base and it fits a lot of stuff. And then when you're done, you just roll it up and put it on the button. And it doesn't slingshot in your face. And then all your crap is in there. But I never have it closed. I just have it like rolling around in my crap. And like this is my sock needle section. And then these are the bigger ones. These are the nicer ones. And this is all my stuff. Needles, markers, counters, all sorts of crap in there. Oh, I'm not happy. And here's another one. This is the one that's messed up. Yeah. Okay. Do you see the edge of this? It's like, so your yarn gets stuck. Because I'm, of course, accidentally picked this side to be the side. So I'm trying to scoop my yarn up to knit with it. But the other side is like, it has that, but not as much. I guess they're both pretty bad now that I think about it. So this goes in the naughty pile because you can't snug your yarn up because well, obviously it's not going through my finger. So this is in the naughty pile. And this is the one I bought the other day because I was following, it's a 5.5. And this is what the yarn said to use. I was really pissed off because I think I took the yarn out. But I was making something the other day and it was like 5.5 needles. And I'm like, yay! And then I started using it. And they don't even look that big. They don't look that big. But these are the ones that you get from Joann's that you buy the two pieces separately. And these work nice. They are very, very cool. But utterly, insanely not the right size for the yarn when the yarn said to use this size. Which one was it? This one says to use, 5. So I have these. These are Karen Blossom Cakes. And I got 2 of them because I want to knit a scarf out of them. And they have so many pretty blues and purples and pinks in it. So I got these. I've been buying a lot of yarn, because I haven't wanted to go to my storage unit. And then when my friend told me about the craft fair thing, or the market, I guess I should call it a market, that we're going to sell our stuff at, I knew then that I had to inventory my stuff in my storage unit. And I was going to do it actually yesterday. But then once they told me about this, I was like, okay, I'm not going to go today. I'm going to go when I know I can take stuff to the storage unit. And so I put a bunch of stuff in the storage unit, but I pulled almost the same exact amount of stuff out. So I got these 2. I still have a pom-pom to use on the hat that I'm making there. But see what I mean? It's got this at the end. What do you do with this to get that to stay on? It's weird to me. It's very long. I don't know how you get, I mean, I winged it. Apparently I did it. I got it to stay on, but you can pull it away, which I don't like. You can pull it. Oh, now I unsnugged it. Damn it. See, I didn't do it right because it does like to come off. And now I pulled it through and I can't get it back in. Damn it. Whatever. I just screwed that up. I don't understand this. Are you supposed to put a button in there? And then this go on the button? And then you can change them? Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I was supposed to do. Well, I don't have any buttons on me. I have thousands of buttons, but not on me. Lesson learned. Whatever. Shit. And then I bought this, which I want to make a scarf out of because I thought it was really cool. This is Karen Macchiato Cakes. And this is the color, the flavor. Where the hell are you? Solitude. And see the twists? I love yarn with twists of color in it because it just is super dope. It's super dope. I love it. And that is what's in this yarn. See, like the... Dang it, come on, don't be so bright. There's twists in there. There we go. There's twists of blue in there and white. And teal and white. So, this is like one of my favorite color of yarn. I always gravitate towards blues, and when I did my inventory in my storage unit, the first storage unit of the yarn, I have a lot of yarn that gravitates towards pumpkin color, black, and all forms of turquoise blue and gray. I have a lot of gray, a lot of blue, and they're not at all the same kind of yarn, so... And I have a lot of orange. Yeah, so. Alright, I'm not pulling that blanket out to show you because that's just a whole thing. So. Damn it. In all of this stupid crap, I didn't find my knitting needles. Well, at least I have 2 sets. I mean, at least I have 2, what do you call it? At least I have 2 of this. I have number 10 and number 9 of, size 10 and 9 of the, pretty set that I got. Somewhere around those numbers. Because I was trying to see what gauge size I liked better on that bloom blanket, remember? And... So they're both, those 2 knitting needles are actually on the blankets in the closet out there. So I have those 2. I didn't find hardly any of my, something's missing from what I got out of my car. That's right, there should be knitting needles in here because... Oh, it is here, okay. I found this set that it was inside my car, I mean my storage unit, and it's rubbed off. I think these are 6s or 6.5, because the writing is rubbed off right there. But, and then I found one of my cords, and I was trying to find some of my longer cords so that I could do the scarves, because all I have are all I have is the cheapo circular knitting needles that I get from Amazon. And I haven't worked on any projects with these needles since getting that nice set. I haven't made any hats like right then. And then me and my ex went camping last September, not this September, but the one before this last one. And I was using these to knit hats at the campsite. Because I didn't want to take the big blanket project with me. But I want to get one of those sets. It's like the short interchangeables. They're like $170. And it's not like I can't afford that. Like, I just don't want to, because I will only be using like one of the sizes, like the 4.5 or the, so it's cool. But this is the bad one, but the other set I got, all of them are flawless. But there's been a couple of these that were messed up. But I love the marbles. I wish I could get a short set in the marbles, because these are my favorite knitting needles. Besides the beautiful ones that I got, as a gift that are like the rainbow wood. And it's super funny when I got those because I was contemplating, should I get those in rainbow wood or the really pretty, there's triangular ones too, which are kind of neat looking. And should I get the rainbow ones or the I think there was a green set or something. There was a few different colors of those, and they're beautiful. And it's like you get tennis eyeball, you just can't like stop looking at every single one trying to find like the perfect thing. Damn. Well, I don't know what's in these bags. I don't drunk shop or Ambien shop or anything like that, but I did order some craft stuff. I've been doing those diamond painting things because one of my friends that I hang out with, we do those. Like I got them one for their birthday and then I tried it and I'm like, so I got like this round pumpkin one, and then I have one that has all the horror movie characters on it and it's just a slice of their face. And then at the bottom it says friends. And then I got a Golden Girls one and a dragon one. So if you want to stop the video now, because I'm only going to be talking about what the hell is in these, you can stop now. And I appreciate you for watching as far as you did and skipping through to see yarn. Sorry I wasn't holding up yarn the whole time. Oh yeah, this one, the Golden Girls one, is come. These are those like diamond things. I didn't think it was going to be this large. Yeah, so what I'm going to do with this is, I can't tell you, actually, because if I don't follow through with it, it's just going to be a friggin' shit show. But I bought these big, like, suitcase, cute little carpet bag looking suitcase things that have all these little cups with screw lids on them and tools, like extra dabbing tools for this. But each of them come with their own crap, but the tools in them is not as good as the one you buy. And they always come with these baggies. You can't reseal of them, and they never give you enough baggies. That they give you resealable baggies in here, but they don't give you enough. In the project that I got him, like, it's this wolves picture and there's like 30 colors or 24 colors and they gave you 10 bags. It's like, what if I don't wanna? Okay. So I got these containers that have these little jars in them that you can label the tops with little stickers and put all the beads into it. And so I got the, oh, it says friends too. Oh, that's funny. But I got the Golden Girls one. And it comes with the little tools inside. I don't know what this is. They're darker wood. These ones are nice. Like, they're way, like, this one is hard. These ones are, see, every time I get them, they're improved, because this is the first set I got, and then the second set I got didn't have any burrs in the end or any connection issues. Oh yeah, see, these are like smooth against there. They're very, like, look how smooth they are to the stuff. Like, they actually paid attention. There's no harsh edges. Oh, there's a little bit right there, but, and then let's see, all the ends look good. That one's a little blunt. But yeah, but these are very like rubbery. The other ones are like harder. So this set looks better than the other one already. So that was in that bag. I don't know what's in these. I only remember a couple things. I didn't remember that I ordered these. I thought I put them back and not in my cart, but these are like my favorite socks ever. I wear Crocs, so I don't need my sock top to be good, but these, and I got them all in blacklight colors because all the exhibits at the museum I work at have always some sort of blacklight somewhere. And so I want to reflect, and so they all have some sort of reflector. But the cool thing about these is if you do wear a low tennis shoe, this is like a little extra paddy stuff. And they're very, very comfortable. And they're not like, look at that squish. Super squish. And they fit well inside of a Croc. And there's a lot of socks that don't fit good in Crocs or they're too thin. But these are very squishy. And what happens is every time I wash laundry, even though I match my socks before I put them in there, I still come back with no socks. And I bought these socks. This is my third time, but this time I bought 2 packs because I know what's going to happen to them. And while I was in my storage unit, I found a bag of clothes and one of them had like a ton of socks in it that I've slowly bought different types over the time. And then those are like leftover ones. And you can see that I had 1 pair of that one left, 2 pairs of the ones after that left. And then I found a bunch of random ones of these that he had shoved into the stuff that he put in my van that I eventually put in the storage unit. So I'm finding my matches of socks now, and some of them disappear with the laundry. So yeah, now I have new socks. I didn't know what the heck. I was like, what is in this bag that's all squishy? That's what it was. Mail. Oh, it's the dragons. Oh, you don't even get to see it? These are huge. This is not supposed to be as big as they are. So I bought a 4-pack. Damn it, and they only... It's gonna ruin it to open them. Let's see, where's the friggin' lid? Oh, it's gonna be a bitch to get back in, but oh well. Let's pick the prettiest. And they each come with their own tool. So if you wanted to stocking stuff these, I got 4 different dragons, and they are supposed to look like stained glass. They're supposed to look like stained glass, but they're dragons, and I have an idea of what to do with them after I put the dots on them that is extremely unconventional. And let's see if the material is good enough. Oh, this is way bigger than I thought it was. So you get the little tool crap and the little diamondy things. And you would think that this would be mindless and stupid, but it's actually fun. Especially when you're watching a movie or something of the sort. So, yeah, here's one of them. Actually, this is a perfectly fine size for what I want to do with it. But the only 2 of them have border in the corners. The other 2 are just a circle, and then it's like there's nothing here. Or it's just like black beads, but I don't want to use that. I want to use just the circles. But yeah, there's one of them now. I don't remember. I don't think this one was like... I think this was actually my least favorite of the dragons, too. But I can't figure out which one was the best. You're the best. The best. Nothing's ever gonna be good. I think we both liked the purple one the most. Yes, I am remembering to not separate their beads from each other, but the beads are universal. Like, they all have the same serial numbers in the world. There's a good one. So, and because the diamonds are actually circular, they don't fit side by side, so there's this little twinkle of color between them. So a lot of the stuff that you think detail-wise might disappear after you do it, when you hold it back, you can actually see some of the stuff, like the color changes and stuff peeking through. And I was really skeptical because I think the only good ones of these, or I thought the only good ones of these were actually the really big ones, because then you get a lot of, you know, pixels and it's smoother. But these are actually pretty dope. So, all right, so that's that. Let's put this back in here. I'm not going to show you all 4 because you can go on Amazon and look for them. Okay. What is this? This might be glue. Because I remember when I bought those Book Nooks. Yeah, I made that video too. The Book Nooks didn't come with glue. And I've been looking all over the place for what glue everybody's using, and nobody will tell me. Yeah. So I got this 3-in-1 craft glue. It's like fast drying, and it's good for like wood projects, doll houses, and shit like that. So hopefully this works, because I've been wanting to put my Book Nook together so that I can freaking use it. And I've got batteries for it now, finally. But it's like, why wouldn't it come with glue? Maybe it's illegal to ship that shit overseas or something like that, but doesn't all shit come from overseas mostly? So now I can work on the Book Nooks, which I really wanted to work on long before now. I got those things a week before September 10th, because September 10th was my mom's birthday, and I had to have them by the time she got here. Probably 2 weeks before that. So I've been waiting this whole time to work on them, so now I have this. There is no reason now for me not to play with that, because I have so many projects to do. I think I only had like 5 or 6 projects that were in the middle. One of them was a black and rainbow colored spiral square blanket, a rectangular purple virus blanket, well, obviously this, but I'm not gonna keep going. I'm gonna unwind that so that I can, because I'm trying to work on things seasonally for a minute. Like, I want to make a bunch of, I got a bunch of yarn in my freaking car right now that is bulky yarn to make hats out of, so that I can make it in time for this thing, November. And I'm not going to work on my blanket. I'm going to try to crank out a bunch of hats. Hopefully I don't bore myself with that. I'm probably going to do a scarf in between that, but I don't know if I want to, because this has this, I would like to do something more plain knit-wise with it, but I think it would make, I bought 2 of each so that I would make scarves. And I know that a lot of people don't wear scarves. I don't want to make a shawl. I want to make scarves. Oh my god, why did I have to say that word? There's so many options for so many things, and instead of just sticking with the thing I planned, another option pops into my head, and then I can't function. I don't have ADHD. I focus very well. I finish things. You see the orange hat, you see the blue hat. I made those this week. But so I got 2 of each of these so that I would make a nice plushy scarf out of both skeins together. And it does this. And I think it's very beautiful. But this picture is of the blues, not of the black and whites. But it does the same thing. But I want to knit something with this, but I feel like this wouldn't show stitch definition so well. So something plainer would be the best. So I was thinking of what pattern to do with that. This one's back burnery because I have to figure out the perfect pattern for this for me to do it. I can't start knitting unless I have stared for a long time thinking of all the options. And when I saw this was just like, it was buy one get one 50% off or whatever, and I don't know, I just really want to make a plushy scarf out of this. But this one makes me think. This like, look what it's made of. It's like these little braided, they're like little braided strands. And let me mess up this. Oh, there we go. I already have one right here. See? They're like little braided strands. They're not, it's not, come on, freaking camera. They're not, just strands side by side. They look like woven. So this could show a really good stitch pattern, but I think I majorly have seen people crochet with this. And it would be really nice to just belt out another project. And scarves don't take but like a couple hours. But I'm in the mood to knit. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like it would take a minute. So I'm really, and then there's the part of me that's like, okay, well, if we look at this whole hat thing and figure out this hat thing, maybe we could just make a bunch of hats because this is like beautiful yarn. But I'm trying to keep myself to scarves for this. It's just like my boobs. I'm trying to keep myself on the double to being scarves, not straying from the goal. So I was going to do this in the bubble stitch pattern because I really love it. I love this pattern. It makes me think of dragon scales. It doesn't make me think of bubbles. It makes me think of like mermaid scales. It's probably also why I pick this yarn all the time because I love mermaid stuff and water stuff. So I'm probably going to do that with this. So I'm going to back burner the black, but that's the other thing is I'm trying to take projects like this and rip them out because that are little, because I want to work on snuggly stuff because of how freezing it is where I am anyway. Yesterday it was like 48 degrees outside and my brother and I were like, he doesn't think it's super cold because he likes the cold as well as I do, but I've been sick and so I don't want my feet to always be burning and my nose always to be burning while we're in the house. And he keeps his balcony door open. And so I went in there to show him something on my phone yesterday. And we were talking in his bedroom and his balcony door is open and we can see our breath. But no, I don't want that. So I keep the balcony door closed now. I usually have it open all the time, but it's too cold. It's like 48 degrees outside. And I text my friend and I was like, it's so freaking cold out here. And he's like, oh, it's not cold to me. And I was like, well, I'm out here having a cigarette and my freaking fingers and my feet are burning. But I love the cold, just not when I have, oh look, I'm Mickey. Not when I have like a cold. Like, oh, I'm a gecko. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more stuff to say, but I can't think of it. And how much do you love my slippers? Look how frigging enormous. Ooh, fruit sticker. Enormous these are. And I got the red ones to look like cinnamon bears on purpose. And I'm supposed to put my foot in and pull the back up, but I just walk on them instead. And these, when you go outside and you're sitting on the balcony, these protect your toes from being frozen so good because look at all of the stuffed animal that's on your foot. It's like a sleeping bag for your foot. Look, I've got friends. Yeah, my other ones are those bear claw ones. I think that's all she wrote, people. I am really sad that I don't know where my other needles are. And here's the thing. When I got those, they came in a clear container that they were bought in. And my idea was to, as I have several of these little book things for hooks and things like that, my idea was to take them out and put them in one of those. So I might have miscellaneously had them somewhere, and I'm recalling every time I start talking about it, I recall that I had the needles sitting in one of my bags. Not a knit bag. It was in like one of my bags that I carry around with me everywhere. And I went through them all and I can't find them. I think I will have to have my mom with me next time I look because she will help me look through all the stuff. And then I have to go to my Scappoose storage unit because I have a lot of finished projects in there too. Yeah, And I'm not selling the quilt that I made myself, even though I really love it. Nobody's going to buy a quilt for how much a quilt's worth these days, like remotely. So, yeah. So, well, it was nice talking to you guys. I'm finally alone in the house for fucking 1 minute. My brother's roommate doesn't come out of their room except to go to the bathroom and cook once or twice a day, and works from home now. So I used to be able to be alone until like 10 p.m. because my brother works. I work in the morning, my brother works at night, and the roommate worked kind of in the middle of those two. And I would come home and both of them would be gone, and I would have the household to myself and everything. And now my brother has a different job and he works the same schedule that he did have, so he's gone when I get home. But the roommate is always here, and they just left to a concert. So now I have time by myself alone. And it's not that I need to do anything differently with somebody here or not here, because I don't really notice that they're here most of the time anyway. Like 98% of the time I don't even notice they're here. But it's just like so crazy because I know that when I start making one of these videos, they always come in and out of the bathroom or the kitchen or go to check the mail or do laundry or whatever, and I feel self-conscious like filming while people are walking in and out, because people always tell me, like, people in my life tell me about the way that I talk and the way that I seem and the way that I come off, and like the things I talked about or how unorganized my talking is and stuff like that. And so I just, don't want that in my head. So it's a lot easier for me to not feel judged by doing this by myself when nobody's home. So even though I'm on several cameras right now, but security wise. So yeah, these socks are dope. Like, not even kidding you. Just, you won't regret it. You won't regret it. I bought all this medicine and I didn't even use it. My costume is gonna be these dragon wings and this headdress, and it has veil on it, and I'm either going to, because it's like got 2 pieces of veil on it, I might like tie it and make like a bow out of it or something so that it's, nope, that's not gonna work, it's not long enough. I'm probably gonna cut this off because I don't want to look like a dead, like, I don't want to look like a bride for a dragon, or a dragon bride, whatever. But I liked the roses and the stuff, so I will probably, put this with my wings and wear a bunch of red and black. I don't wear makeup, but I have a lot of earrings, so yeah, I'll look interesting. And I was gonna get my hair dyed for Halloween, in time for Halloween, not for Halloween, in time for Halloween to match my costume. So it's gonna be all these pretty sunset-y colors, because the wings are the wings are pink and kind of a purpley and a red at the same time. Like, there's a bunch of different colors in here. So I was gonna do this whole sunset hair color, and then I ended up getting like bronchitis and having to cancel my appointment. But I'd been trying to call for a couple days to cancel, and it won't let me into the website because it says I already have an account, which I don't, but I have a phone number logged in with them, which they logged in when I went to my one and only appointment. So it says you can't create an account because the phone number's already attached to something. And I'm like, yeah, nothing I made, but something So I wasn't able to cancel within 24 hours, and I called and left a message eventually. And she was like, oh yeah, sorry, you didn't cancel within 24 hours, so we charged you $135. And I'm like, I've been trying to call since Monday and my appointment was Wednesday. And so she said something about like adding the money to the credit of the next appointment. And was too pissed off to really talk about that at the moment because I was sick. I was in the beginning of my freaking sickness. That was 2 Mondays, like not this Monday, not just now, but the Monday before that is when I got sick all the way until like now I'm at the coughing stage where you're just trying to get everything out and you talk like a frog if you talk too long. Yeah, so now I'm surrounded in a lot of crap. Look, Look. It's just everywhere. It's just everywhere. It's just everywhere. But I do need to organize it anyway, so it's not a big deal. Oh, please don't fall. I wish I was more like down. If I taco my phone too much forward, it makes one half of the screen not the camera. So I have to barely fold my phone because I have a flip phone. Well, thank you for listening. And hey, if you made it this far, you're cool. You know, winner, winner. But yeah. Well, I miss making these videos. I'm glad I got to show you guys my like half good hat. I can't believe I did that. Now you can see the big old gap. It's super floppy. I really don't know how to fix this. You can kind of see two of these. Maybe I can pull it. I don't know, but I fucked it up. Okay. There we go. Now it's back to being tighter. It's definitely tighter than it was, but it's just gonna snug back out when people use it. I love this hat. I just wish I looked cute in hats instead of like a giant potato. Yeah. I need to freaking start doing my eating right again and my going to the gym again. The only reason why I haven't been going to the gym is because it's been summer and I get really, really, really bad when it's warm outside. So, and we all know about under boob rashes. Nobody needs that. Nobody needs that. So I've been like coated in cornstarch every day of the week since like it started getting warm, so that it doesn't happen. And it works for the most part, but all right. Thank you for watching, everybody. See you later. Any tips or tricks, just add them down below. Yeah. And for some reason, as usual, when I go to look at the comments, it will load comments from a long time ago. Like on the first few videos I started making about this craft stuff and everything. And then people will be posting comments on the video I just made, and it won't show me for like a while. So I have to kind of like question whether or not I'm getting any or not by clicking on it. And there's usually like 2 or 3, but it doesn't show them to me on the little bell like it does sometimes. The ones that it shows me on the bell are usually older ones. Most of the time they're older ones. So if you comment and I don't like heart and like the thing that you said, it's because it hasn't shown me yet. It's choosy. It thinks that I have moments where I need to see a happy comment, and it's like, let's save this one till later. She's probably going to stub her toe tomorrow at work and be really sad that there is no orange juice in the vending machine. So let's save that for the little bell comment for tomorrow when she's not happy. So maybe it's helping me out. I don't know. AI and all that. Speaking of AI, I'm trying to look up different romance novels, audiobook romance novels on YouTube. And I've always wanted to be a voice actor because I can do voices and impressions and stuff. And right now I'm sick, so I'm like really low. But I've always wanted to be an audiobook voice actor. And now I went through 6 today that are read by AI. And the one that was the worst today, her voice accidentally read the script notes, read in mysterious voice. And she's like, oh, hey, boss, what are you doing? Read in mysterious voice. I'm doing this. This is nice. Oh my gosh, this guy is dead. Like, the AI is reading it happy when they're discovering somebody's been murdered in this book. And I'm like, it read the notes, read in mysterious voice, read in amorous voice. And I'm like, we have enough people out there, people with very nice voices. You don't have to listen to mine. There's a billion people out there with really nice voices that can do some voice acting. Please, let's give that to them and stop AIing our freaking audiobooks, because I can't get into the story. I bet these freaking novels are great, but their robot voices are the other one. I don't know where to go. Where should I go, boss? Ha ha ha, boss. What are you looking at, boss? Yes, I will go there. What are you doing, Cassandra? I don't know, boss. I feel strange. Like, let's just hold it and let's find a handful of people that don't have shit to do. We'll read your book. Because no. And I feel like going, like spraying whoever thought that was a good idea with some water. Because it sucks. Because the books could probably be really great. Okay. Really going this time. Really, really going this time. I'm going to light this holiday peppermint candle from Fred Meyer's.